I don't care what the account says. Mortgage the house, Grandma. I've got to get a subby. What? Only enough money for a Steinhardt Ocean 1. Just call me back when you get it done. Oh, hey. Welcome to Watch Me Go Broke. Today I'm going to take a look at one of the most interesting releases of the past 2 years from a husband and wife team that lived in Texas and then they moved to New York. Of course, I'm talking about the Ortegas and Laurier and the Laurier Hydra. Did this husband and wife team make one of the best dive watches under $500? Well, let's awkwardly bend over a table and take a look. And there she is in all her glory, the Laurier Hydra. Well, what am I wearing today? I'm wearing my modified Casio Duro on an SKX President bracelet. Yes, that's right, you heard me correct. SKX bracelet on the Casio Duro. Being close to Christmas time, I went with the red and green combo because I was feeling the spirit. This is the second release in the Laurier line. The first being the Neptune, followed by the Hydra, and their third release, the Falcon, and the up-and-coming insert Homer Simpson drool here, the Gemini. Oh. Okay, guys, so I will give you the spec rundown here. 200 meters of water resistance, 316L marine grade stainless steel, the NH35A Seiko movement, 120 click unidirectional bezel, a luminous plexiglass bezel insert with BGW9, a Superdome plexiglass crystal. The watch is 39 millimeters in diameter. It's 12 millimeters thick, not including the crystal. That's going to add probably another 3 or 4 millimeters. I don't have my caliper working right now. It's 48 millimeters lug to lug, 20 millimeters lug width. With the bracelet, it tapers down to 16. Okay, probably the first thing you will notice is I've taken off the bracelet and I've put it on an Omega Aquaterra Cordura strap, which I really like. It's very comfortable. And it's just kind of adds a little bit of class to the watch. The coloring is not to everybody's taste. It doesn't match the royal blue, but I think it works in its own right. The first thing that really grabs you about this watch is the dial. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is. Royal blue color. I don't know if those indices are applied or it's just thickly applied lume. I think it may just be thickly applied lume, and they are raised up almost probably a millimeter tall. I don't know if I can get a good shot. I can't because of the distortion, but it is just gorgeous with how much lume is in those indices. The hands, gold gilt hands, and one thing that I really appreciate is the plastic seconds hand. Omega has that on their new releases of the 300 watch, and I think it's really cool. And then, of course, you have the Laurier logo with the Sergeant of Arms, Laurier Automatic. It's just a gorgeous logo. It's so hard nowadays for micro brands to come up with a logo that's good, and I think Laurier has just nailed this out of the park. At the 6 o'clock marker, you have 200 meters equals 660 feet in red. It's a nice little pop of color down at the 6 o'clock marker, and you'll notice that the date function is at the 6 o'clock marker in a sort of a trapezoidal kind of box there. That's neat because you usually don't see that with the NH35 movements. You'll see it at the 4 o'clock hour marker all the time, but 6 o'clock you really don't see, and it's done in blue to match the dial. So we can talk about the bezel. 120 click unidirectional bezel. There is absolutely no backplay at all on this. This is one of the most solid bezels I've come across on a watch. 120 click. Don't know if you can hear the clicks there. Get her all lined back up correctly. Okay. The insert is actually I believe a covered plexiglass insert with lume, fully lumed with BGW9. That's interesting, and I'm not entirely sure why they did cover that in plexiglass. I think it's because when it plays with the light, it just gives it a little extra pop. You see right there. Of course, no anti-reflective coating because it is a plexiglass crystal. And let's talk about that for just a second. Okay, so plexiglass is what was used back in the day in the 60s and probably 70s when dive watches came out. Rolex did it. A lot of other watch manufacturers did it. It really was the only thing at the time. And there is a certain look about it that is very vintage. How it plays with the light, and of course, that distortion, that is, wow. I mean, mind-blowing, really. A lot of people online complain about the plexiglass because yes, you can scratch it, yes, you can nick it, yes, you can tear it. Okay, I get that argument, but we're going for a vintage style dive watch. And if you want to be authentic to that, plexiglass really is the way to go. I've already had to polish this one time with Polywatch because I was really excited. I had a burrito in the microwave and I ran through the kitchen and dinged it on a dining room chair and scratched it just below the where the hands are. And I polywatched it out and came out really good as new. So you're going to want to invest in a tube of Polywatch or not. I think down the road, when this crystal starts to get scratched up and, you know, nicked and things of that nature, and when you start to get a patina on the indices and probably the bezel insert is also going to patina, this watch is going to look like $1 million. 20 years from now, this thing is going to be one of the most gorgeous watches you will ever see. Now, Laurier offers this in a couple of different colors. This color, which is royal blue, and then a black version. Full disclosure, I wanted to purchase the Laurier Neptune with the gilt hands, you know, the one that really everybody wants. But they were sold out, and I was like, gosh, boy, I really want to get a Laurier because I heard such great things about the company. So I decided on this. Now, I got the royal blue version, and when I got it, I was absolutely blown away. But the only drawback of having a watch that is so vibrant in color is they lose their ability to be a strap monster. The black version, I think, would work with pretty much any strap that it comes on. And even on this Omega Aquaterra strap, it doesn't match. I just really like the feel of the strap. It looks pretty cool, and I think the yellow, you know, it plays with the rest of the watch okay. This is probably one of the best crowns to screw down that I've come across. It instantly goes right where it should be. You don't have to find anything. Screws right in, all the way to the case, a good distance, and the Sargent logo lines up pretty good. That's one of my pet peeves, is when the logo on the crown doesn't really line up once you've screwed it all the way in. I don't like that. This one does it pretty well. All right, so that's what the watch looks like on my 7¼ inch wrist. Just about the perfect size. And there it is on a Blue Shark Alpha Shark Slim NATO. This is so gorgeous of a NATO. I love Blue Shark NATOs, and this royal blue color pairs perfectly with this watch. I would definitely order that immediately if you order this royal blue version. It is just gorgeous on this watch. The perfect NATO. I don't know if I'll ever use another NATO with it. And there she is on this beautiful articulated bracelet. Laurier really went above and beyond with this one. This bracelet is absolutely gorgeous. Articulated. I mean, look at that. If I can do it. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That makes this bracelet unbelievably comfortable. The drilled lug holes, which I forgot to mention, they make the strap changes so much easier. I probably just changed out all 3 of those straps in like 30 seconds. Really, really great. Love the clasp. Just gorgeous. Double pushers. Nice Sargent logo. Opens up. Not a cheap clasp at all. It's really solid, really good. Sizing the bracelet, really easy. It's got screw pins, and there is a ton of links that you can take out if you need to. It'll fit an extremely tiny wrist, probably even a child's wrist, I would think. There's so many adjustments you can do. So what do I think about this Laurier Hydra? I think it is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the best micro brand watches of the past 2 years, without a doubt. Maybe even of all time. See, I like the little half solid aim link, but that's a half, so it lays flat to the case. Just neat little touches. It also comes with this really neat watch roll, which is so cool that they would include this. So you can carry up to 2 watches, some straps. I got a little spring bar tool in there. Put that back in there. So great. Comes with a card, handwritten by the Ortegas. Nice little Sargent logo there. Just above and beyond. The only thing I would say that I would like for them to return doing is they were including NATOs with all of the watch purchases, I think in the first generation. I believe this is the second generation. It would be nice if they would include the NATO again. It's just a nice little touch. At the price point, they probably could do that. And there's that beautiful BGW9 in action. The bezel insert doesn't quite glow as brightly as the indices because it's not applied as thickly, but still, it's great. Well, there you go, the Laurier Hydra. Should you buy it? If you like vintage-inspired dive watches, you won't be disappointed. And don't listen to those naysayers. Oh, the watch only has plexiglass crystal. It's a piece of crap. Oh no, the watch is American. Oh, it's a piece of crap. Get a life, folks. Get a life. In 20 years, you're gonna thank me. Well, in 20 years, I'll probably have faked my own death, but you're gonna thank me. So until I see you next time, send me money. I need it.